Hello, future chemists. Welcome to this exciting session on chemical bonding and molecular structure. Today, we are diving deep into a fascinating concept, dipole moment. Understanding this topic is crucial for grasping why molecules behave the way they do, from their physical properties to their reactivity. We'll start with the basics, then gradually build up to advanced concepts, preparing you thoroughly for your G-Main exam. Let's embark on this 4-level learning journey together. Ready to uncover a fundamental property of molecules? Let's start with the easy part and understand what makes some molecules pull more than others. So, what exactly is a dipole moment? Imagine two atoms sharing electrons. If one atom pulls the electrons more strongly than the other, there's an unequal sharing. This creates a separation of charges, a miniature magnet, within the bond. This separation, multiplied by the distance between the charges, is what we call the dipole moment. It's a fundamental property that tells us how polar a bond or a molecule is. Think of it as a tug-of-war for electrons. Now, let's distinguish between polar and nonpolar bonds. If atoms have different electronegativities, they form a polar bond, like in HCl, where chlorine pulls electrons more strongly. But if atoms are identical, like in H or O, they share electrons equally, forming a nonpolar bond. The dipole moment is a vector quantity, meaning it has both magnitude and direction. We calculate it as the product of charge and distance, and it's commonly expressed in dB units. An arrow usually indicates its direction, pointing from the positive to the negative end. Time to test your foundational understanding. Here are 3 practice questions to solidify what we've just learned. Take a moment to think about each one and apply the definitions and concepts we've covered. These questions will help you check your grasp of the basics of dipole moment. Great job with the basics. Now, let's elevate our understanding and explore the deeper aspects of dipole moment. Get ready to connect the dots. The dipole moment isn't just about individual bonds, it's about the entire molecule. Several factors influence it. The difference in electronegativity between atoms is key. A bigger difference means a stronger pull. Bond length also plays a role, though less significantly. But most importantly, the molecular geometry dictates whether these individual bond dipoles add up or cancel out. We differentiate between a bond dipole, which is for a single bond, and a molecular dipole, which is the overall polarity of the molecule. This distinction is crucial for understanding molecular behavior. Molecular geometry is the true game changer for a molecule's overall dipole moment. Consider carbon dioxide, CO. Each C is equal to O bond is polar, but because the molecule is linear, these two dipoles point in opposite directions and cancel each other out, making CO nonpolar. Now, look at water, HO. It has a bent shape. The OH bond dipoles don't cancel, instead, they add up, making water highly polar. Similarly, BF is trigonal planar and nonpolar, while NH is pyramidal and polar due to its lone pair. It's all about the vector sum of these individual bond dipoles. So, how do we determine if a molecule is polar or nonpolar? It's all about the vector sum of its bond dipoles. If the sum is 0, the molecule is nonpolar. If it's non-zero, the molecule is polar. Symmetric molecules like methane, CH, often have zero net dipole moments because their individual bond dipoles cancel out perfectly. However, any asymmetry, whether from different surrounding atoms or the presence of lone pairs, usually leads to a net dipole moment. This understanding helps us predict a molecule's properties and how it will interact with other molecules. Now that we've delved deeper into the factors affecting dipole moment and the difference between bond and molecular dipoles, it's time to practice. Here are 5 questions designed to challenge your understanding of these medium-level concepts. Think about molecular geometry and vector addition to find your answers. Excellent progress. You're ready to tackle the complexities of dipole moment. Let's analyze some intricate scenarios and theoretical connections. Molecular geometry, as predicted by VSEPR theory, is paramount. Lone pairs on the central atom play a significant role. They occupy space and distort ideal geometries, preventing the symmetrical cancellation of bond dipoles. For instance, NH has a lone pair, making it pyramidal and polar, while CH has no lone pairs, making it tetrahedral and nonpolar. This difference in lone pair influence explains why NF has a smaller dipole moment than NH, despite fluorine being more electronegative. In NF, the NF bond dipoles point towards fluorine, but the lone pair dipole opposes them, leading to a smaller net moment. Dipole moments are particularly useful in distinguishing between geometric isomers, like CIS and trans forms. Consider 1,2-dichloroethene. In the CIS isomer, both chlorine atoms are on the same side, and their bond dipoles add up, resulting in a significant net dipole moment. However, in the trans isomer, the chlorine atoms are on opposite sides, causing their bond dipoles to cancel each other out, leading to a zero or very small net dipole moment. This difference in polarity often leads to observable differences in physical properties like boiling points and solubility. The concepts of VSEPR theory and hybridization are intrinsically linked to dipole moment. VSEPR theory helps us predict the exact molecular geometry by minimizing electron pair repulsion, and this geometry directly determines how individual bond dipoles sum up. For example, the bend shape of HO, due to sp superscript 3 hybridization and to lone pairs, ensures a net dipole moment. Similarly, the linear shape of Co, sp hybridization, leads to a zero dipole moment. Understanding hybridization provides insight into the arrangement of orbitals, which in turn dictates the molecular shape and, consequently, its polarity. You've explored the intricate relationship between molecular geometry, VSEPR theory, and dipole moment. Now, put your analytical skills to the test with these 7 hard-level practice questions. They require a deeper understanding and application of the concepts we've just discussed. Congratulations on reaching the hardest level. Here, we'll dive into the competitive depth of dipole moment, exploring its advanced applications, experimental aspects, and subtle theoretical nuances that are critical for GMA. Dipole moments aren't just theoretical, they are experimentally determined using techniques like microwave spectroscopy, which measures how molecules interact with electric fields. These measurements are vital for understanding intermolecular forces. Molecules with permanent dipole moments exhibit dipole-dipole interactions, which are stronger than dispersion forces and influence physical properties like boiling points and solubility. Hydrogen bonding, an extreme form of dipole-dipole interaction, leads to exceptionally high dipole moments and unique properties, as seen in water and ammonia. Beyond basic polarity, advanced concepts like inductive and resonance effects significantly influence a molecule's dipole moment. The inductive effect describes how electron-donating or withdrawing groups can polarize sigma bonds, altering charge distribution. Resonance, or the delocalization of pi electrons, can also dramatically shift electron density, affecting both the magnitude and direction of the dipole moment. These effects are crucial for understanding the reactivity and properties of complex organic molecules, such as substituted benzenes, where the position and nature of substituents dictate the overall molecular polarity. While general rules apply, some molecules present complex cases or exceptions. For instance, understanding the dipole moments of ortho, meta, and para isomers of the substituted benzenes requires careful vector addition, as their distinct spatial arrangements lead to different net dipole moments. In advanced physical chemistry, the precise determination of dipole moments through rotational spectroscopy provides detailed insights into molecular structure, bond angles, and even the effective charges on atoms. These experimental values are often linked to the molecule's moment of inertia, offering a comprehensive picture. The understanding of dipole moment extends far beyond basic chemistry. It's fundamental to fields like materials science, where polar polymers are used in various applications, and in biochemistry, where molecular polarity influences protein folding and drug receptor interactions. In engineering, knowledge of dielectric constants, directly related to dipole moment, is vital for designing insulators and capacitors. From predicting solubility to unraveling complex reaction mechanisms, the concept of dipole moment remains a cornerstone of chemical understanding, continually driving new research and technological advancements. You've explored the most challenging aspects of dipole moment. Now, it's time to apply your comprehensive knowledge. Here are 5 advanced practice questions testing your understanding of experimental determination, intermolecular forces, and the influence of electronic effects. Take your time and analyze each problem thoroughly. Let's continue to challenge your expertise with 5 more hard-hitting questions. These problems delve into complex molecular geometries, quantitative calculations, and the nuanced differences between isomers. Successfully tackling these will demonstrate a mastery of dipole moment concepts, preparing you for any challenge in GME. You've reached the end of our deep dive into dipole moment. From basic definitions to advanced applications, you've covered a vast and crucial topic in chemical bonding. To further solidify your understanding and access more such comprehensive content, practice questions, and mock tests, visit synapse.omaps.in. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting chemistry lessons. Keep learning, keep exploring, and aim for success in your GME journey.